During that same briefing with reporters today, General Tommy Franks disclosed that the so-called American Taliban, John Walker of California, is no longer in Afghanistan. Walker, who was captured early in the war and wounded during a Taliban prisoner uprising, had been held at the U.S. Marine base in southern Afghanistan. He is now at sea in Marine custody still aboard an amphibious assault vessel, the USS Peleliu. There was a wide range of reaction around the world today to the so-called smoking gun videotape of Osama bin Laden. Nations supporting the U.S.-led war on terrorism, including the governments of Muslim countries such as Saudi Arabia and Turkey, said the tape convinced them of bin Laden's guilt. But CBS's Lee Cowan reports many other Muslims remain deeply suspicious of the tape and American motives.
It may have been the tape seen round the world, but in the Muslim world, it's the tape that drew a curious audience that in the end walked away disgusted.
It was just a propaganda against Osama bin Laden. I don't think so that it's true. It's just fake.
Much of the Arab world watched the tape live on the region's most influential media outlet, Al Jazeera TV. But along with the tape, they heard this too. A guest calling the tape fabricated. In his words, a scandal by all measures. And this morning's Arabic newspapers seem to agree.
The skepticism which spread in the Arab and the Muslim world, I believe, still there, and very little minds were changed after the tapes.
Abdul Bari Atwan edits an independent Arabic newspaper, and he's one of the few who thought the tape warranted a banner headline. Many of the state-sponsored papers thought otherwise. This Egyptian newspaper devoted little more than a paragraph to the tape.
Does it surprise you that there's not more front-page coverage?
Some people believe that it's not really that significant, the story. And some people believe this is American propaganda, so why shall we play to the hands of the American propaganda?
And it's just that sentiment that some fear could lead to just the opposite reaction from what the White House was hoping for. Instead of exposing Osama bin Laden as the mastermind behind the worst terrorist attack in history, it could also make him out to be one of the Arab world's greatest heroes. Lee Cowan, CBS News, London.
President Bush, who first viewed the bin Laden tape more than 2 weeks ago, offered his own reaction to it today during a White House visit by the Prime Minister of Thailand. CBS's Bill Plant reports the president had some choice words for those who call the tape American propaganda.
President Bush ridiculed the notion that the tape had been doctored as hoping for the best about an evil man. He branded the video a devastating declaration of guilt.
It is preposterous for anybody to think that this tape is doctored. That's just a feeble excuse to provide weak support for an incredibly evil man.
The Bush administration claims that bin Laden's own statements show he planned the attack. Bin Laden says, "We calculated in advance the number of casualties from the enemy." Referring to his construction background, he says, "Due to my experience in the field, I was thinking that the fire from the gas in the plane would melt the iron structure of the building and collapse the area where the plane hit." The administration also points to bin Laden's comment to others on hearing of the attack. "They were overjoyed when the first plane hit the building, so I said to them, 'Be patient.'" The president accused bin Laden of being so cold-hearted that he laughed at those he sent to die. And he scorned bin Laden as a coward in hiding.
Somebody who encourages young people to go kill themselves, and he himself refuses to stand and fight.
And as U.S. and Afghan forces close in, Mr. Bush said again he wants bin Laden and that he doesn't care how.
Dead or alive, either way. I don't know whether we're going to get him tomorrow, or a month from now, or a year from now. I really don't know. But we're going to get him.
The president said he had mixed emotions about releasing the bin Laden tape. He called it a vivid reminder of tragedy and loss. But his staff is glad that he did for those very reasons. Dan?
Bill Plant reporting live from the White House. Federal officials now think they know the identity of a man seen on the tape with bin Laden. They believe the man is Sheikh Ali bin Saeed al-Ghamdi, a Saudi Arabian Islamic cleric known for his strong anti-Western views. He was a professor of Islamic theology before being arrested by the Saudi government in 1995.